All right, this is Calibos, and we are playing Sky Factory 4. And I'm starting a little bit early today, so we'll see how that works out. Let's see, what were we doing? I have for each ore, automate lava, finish power setup, set up AE2 auto crafting. I do like this setup actually. And how are we doing on the battery? Nice. So, what have we got? So we have a lot of power building up. Let's see, that's is that 4 million? I think that's 4 million. Because it's 4,000K, so it must be like 4 million. So let's make some more of these laboratory blocks. And those are made with stone. Oh, you know what we ought to do? I'd like to automate stone. We have a furnace that doesn't require power. That seems like a great way to automate stone. What was it called? It was called the It's called the Ender Furnace, and I'm carrying it around. So let's see. Let's make another cobblestone generator, I think. Turn that on. So I don't have any nasty surprises later. Okay, so I want these to be one block separate, so that's where the cobblegen is going to be, and then a torch. Cobblegen. And a torch. Alright. So that's easily accomplished. We got this. So that. Oh no. Skip space, it's there. Skip space, it's there and there. Plan this out a little bit and clear out some of my inventory all at the same time. Me multitasking. Cobblegen, space. Space. Alright, so that's those. We need automated users. We have the rest of these. The automated users go into the cobblegen. Let's get some Perfect. Alright, we need a couple more stone. So let's grab 3 stacks. I think that we should have some stone processing over here already. Smelting factory. Oh, maybe we don't. This will actually give me a good idea of how this. Okay, so we're still positive power here then. Nice. All right, so infusers, osmium compressor, simulation chamber. Do we care about this? What can we do with this? So we can make a monster spawner. Although we don't really need one because I've got one. And I guess we could just chunk load it and use ender chests. So I'm not really worried about that. Okay, so for we definitely still needed the potatoes for this. And we needed the poisonous potato for something else. We need to keep using the sword so that we can get the damage up. For that, I think that we need to use, what is it, nether quartz? Tinkers. Should be a book in here that says everything. Basically, it'll be a combination of nether quartz and then changing the blade around so that we can changing the blade around so that we can have the right stuff. Nether quartz. Nether quartz. Let's grab this. And that, and that. If I were me, I would put it over here. Tool forge, armor forge. So the damage on this is 6, and the damage on this is 8. Eight, 7, 2. So that's us at nearly 9. And then once we get a better material, because I mean, if we look at Tinker's blade. So I mean, we're using an iron blade at this point. Let's not do this in the tool forge, gives us more space. So let's look for iron. Flint, slime, cactus, bone, obsidian. Obsidian is 4.2, prismarine, and sword. Wow, that's terrible. Iron is 4. So we need to look for the highest one that's not 4. So this is 4.3. Steel leaf is 7. Fiery is 7.6. So we're still looking at fiery. All right. magma slime we can actually do pretty easily, and that gets us up to 7. Manulin is 8.72, and I think we can do Manulin at this point. Well, this is magical crops, and while it is very cool, we can't get into magical crops yet. 7.6. Steel. I mean, we can do steel. Manulian seems like it's going to be the way to go. About ardite. About cobalt. Wow, these are terrible. So, for the moment, Manulian seems to be the way to go. So I think that we have ardite and cobalt. Ardite. And then cobalt. This is for that. Do we actually have Manulin in here already? Nope. Alright, so... Oh, that was weird. So let's put the cobalt in here, and the ardite in here. Make sure that this is off. And then we want it there. I'm gonna grab this. Put it in there. Sword blade. That. I forgot how long these nether ores. That's a good question, Spicy. Why did that not show up? There it is. I think mostly I am learning Twitch. Hopefully my grammar is good enough to have said that. Well, you know, it's basically Friday for me. I just got off work, so I'm pretty good. How about yourself? Are we melted? And Manulin. Oh, seriously? We need another ardite. Oh, come back. Excellent. So you're in England? Which means it is approximately 10:46 there in the morning, because you guys are 8+ of me. And strange. So this gets my attack damage up to 12.46. So we need 7.54 more. So we'll have to level it quite a bit more and see how much nether quartz we can put onto it. Hopefully it still levels quickly. One of the problems with changing the materials, at least one that used to be, is the better the material, the slower it leveled. Okay, so... rain. I think that we call that Minecraft magic. I'm not sure how else to explain it to you. Steel. Don't I have a bucket somewhere? I have lots of buckets. And some cobble. And glass. What were these for? I've forgotten. So these are for... So that's 8. We need 24 nether quartz. Nether quartz. Oh, no, we can just do it here. Right, there's that. We have a chisel. I think I already had one that I was using. There it is. Let's put this back. I've got silicon. That's right, I was doing this. Let's throw the rest of the silicon in here. Let's see, this is giving me that, and that's blaze rods. Sweet. All the power. I should make these a different color so I can spot them more easily. And now that we have reliable power, at least more reliable power anyway, I should probably get that builder's wand. I think that it requires charging. But I am not sure, actually. 3, 4, 5. That. Food's good. We can toss that in there. How to make this work. So this... Oh, that's leveled. I can upgrade it to indestructible now, I think. Tool forge. Tool forge, and now it is in unbreakable. Sweet. Unbreakable tools are the best tools. Alright, so... Right, we need glass. So sand... Glass. I've got glass. Cobble. Let's get a bucket for water. Yeah, cobble gen. And we need the basic cobble gen. So that gives us 2. And we need, what, 6 more? Let's get rid of those for now. 4. And we need some lava. I've got some more buckets here. So now we should have all of the cobble gens that we need. Cobble gen. Or did I say that I wanted an extra one? So that's 6. That's for that. How about a... Let's see if I've got extra ones that I can make. Oh, out of cobblestone. And one last cobble gen. We'll grab these. Stack that. So I've got the rest of these up to, what is that, level tier 3? So, uses for this, we're going to need iron. What, 6 and 8 is 48? I'm going to need 48 iron ingots. How much do I have? Iron. I have 10. That's less useful than it could be. Slightly less useful. Alright, well. Let's make some more. So iron the truffles. 4 of them makes the iron amber ore. And the iron bucket. Requires pulverized iron, any kind of dirt, and a bucket of water. I think I may have to do that because this is working pretty well, I think. Oh, it's got the numbers on that. I don't have to click. It's got numbers. Let's do that. So the tier 3 is diamonds. How many diamonds do I have? Diamond, I've got 34, but I can make more of them. So the uses for this, if it's melted down in a melter, uses for that. Can make hard carbon, or we can just cast it straight into diamonds. Interesting. All right, well, that's a thing. Do I have a gem cast? Body. I don't think that I do. All right, well, for the moment, it's not a super big deal. So we'll grab these, and then we need, what is that? 14? Then some iron and some iron. Alright, so we've got these, and we can place them there. We're going to have to empty these out. That rain. Fortunately, Minecraft physics allows us to take out less than we put in and have it still be empty. Or we can just assume that it leaks. Okay, so now we need upgradable geothermal generators. And I realize this setup is completely lame, but it's fine. I love it. If I had a cobble gen, I would probably have stuck it into the system accidentally. Stay. Same with my diamonds. Alright, so we're going to put this one down. Mechanical user. Six, 10. We're going to make another one of these. We're almost done with this part of the setup. I love setups like this that are like fire and forget, basically. Just infinite. Alright, so that gives us the final one. All of the cobble gen, all of that. Do it there. Mechanical user there. Looks like it's set up perfectly. It should now be filling up. It is. All of them are filling up. So now we take this logic cable, and then we're going to need some energy importers, and we're going to need some geothermal or generators. Yep. So we're going to need let's see, 6 of the silly things. So we're going to need a bunch of cauldrons. We're going to need some stone. Going to need some redstone. So it's probably going to take us a little while to get all of the iron that we need. And I guess that's okay. All right, so that's where we are now. Let's go check on our carrots, our potatoes. It occurs to me that we need slightly larger potato farm if we're going to be doing, I don't know, potatoes. Where's the mattock? So there's the lumber axe. If I were me, where would I have put the mattock? I'm betting it's in the system. No. Found it. So let's do this thing before I forget. Get some more potatoes going. Do we have agricraft in here? Agricraft. Nope. So for the moment, let's get rid of that, and that, and that, that, and that, and those, and that. That's cool, we'll hold on to it. Get rid of this, get rid of that. So what we can do is, let's actually pull that ender furnace out. And we'll see how these two play together. So, I mean, I don't really have a specific spot that I wanted. I don't need to go anywhere. I have access to all of it. Cobble, building material. So that output to ender chest. Okay, that's not gonna work. What about this? Let's investigate the possibility of hoppers. Hopper. We have one hopper. Iron. That could give us, and then I think I have some chests in here. Oops. So that gives us a second hopper. And I am aware that I could totally be doing this with something that is not a hopper. But, you know, barrel. So this contains charcoal, and it is locked. So I think I've got a key. We'll unlock it really quick, and we'll move it away from charcoal. Laboratory blocks. So we're going to want barrel unlocked. Put it here, I guess. Yeah, we'll put it here. Barrel, hopper, wrench. There we go. Perfect. And I am okay with this being slow. What did I do with the ender furnace thing? Still there. put that in there and lock it. We go ahead and we do this. And we put a terrible cobble gen on that. Huh. Oh, right. Try not to laugh too much. I knew that. Let's see, it's there, I think. There we go. And now we grab another one of these storage link cables. Storage link cable. And we do that. And it should give us access to stone. So this is not super fast, and I get that. This leadstone flux duct is going away. Oh wait, this was powering something. We need to... Ooh, we need to fix this. We need to fix this now. We also need to fix this path so I don't fall off of it. Because I'm going to do that. Sure, goes there. Perfect. We need an energy interface. Energy interface. Sweet. Got that. Energy interface. Save. Right. Now we should just be able to boom, 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 boom. Perfect. And then we just set the same. I'm sure it won't matter. Everything's fine. Energy interface, perfect. Alright, so we're just going to run this down. Dogleg over and... Alright, let's go upstairs. Okay, so hopefully that did the trick. Because we're gonna... Oh man, we're totally going to be doing a bunch of things. So let's do our prerequisite prettying up the base a little bit. Trying to do a little bit of progress every time. I wouldn't necessarily call this pretty, I guess. And now I have fallen. Ladder. gonna be much safer. I am thinking about leaving the some of the slabs like in between there, so it looks kind of like a service walkway. I don't remember what mod that was, but there was like a scaffolding mod that I ran into in a pack that I was playing, and I kind of liked the look of it. Like it actually looked like scaffolding is probably not the right word. Like catwalks, like you'd have to, above theaters. Oh, good. We haven't lost any frames. We like this plan. So the trick is how many pig pens are we going to need? 4, 5. Because we're definitely going to need more than the, 4 we have now. Now, I have the understanding that you can actually have multiple pigs in a single pen. And I don't remember exactly what the number they said was. 4, maybe? So we'll have to look it up and or experiment with that. All right, so we have iron. So let's go ahead and make a pen for an iron pig. So uses for this. So the only use for it is... Oh no, we can melt that straight down into nuggets. So let's grab a bunch of it and just kind of melt them all down. Melter. Alright, so this is going to be really slow though. Melter from nuclear craft. Advanced plating, servo mechanism, nether bricks, tough alloy, basic plating. I really wish that I had access to the Tinker's smeltery at this point. Yep, it's going to take forever, but it's something, I guess. And I can just leave it going. Yep, we have ender chests, right? Ender chest. Ender tank. Alright, so cauldron. Honestly, the iron is going to be a big sticking point right now. So let's get on making an iron pig. Fence. How much fencing do we need? So the setup requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fences. I'm not sure what ground it requires. Probably dirt. So because I'm not as worried about, let's see, I've got a lot of dirt somewhere. Yeah. It's I'm glad they're not really trying to get away because they could. We need a block miner. From cyclic. How many vines do we have? Oh, I'm not worried about it. I've got a freaking tree full of them. Alright, well, sure. Breaker. There we go. So we've got the block miner. We're going to need some iron. Who knew, right? Got 7. So let's set up for 2 for just this moment. So that's that. Put it there. Now we need 1 iron ingot, 1 dirt, and a bucket of water. And then a pig. Some random pig that we could convince to eat all this. I don't know. Oh, I think we have to grind it down. I think it's iron dust. Crushing factory. Iron dust. Yeah. So this, and this gives us a bucket of mud. Then we need to... You look like a likely candidate. Isn't there a... How did we pick them up before? Because I'm hungry. Oh, I changed the key. That's right. There you go. It is the other shift button. So you, Mr. Pig, can go there. Or not. We'll try this again. Have that. You are now an iron hog. It needs stone. That's going to be socially awkward. So, stone. stone. Let's move it. That, and then fence. Then why don't you come back here? Okay, perfect. Everything is fine, except for the you keep ending up in the wrong area part. Can dig here. Okay, so let's do that again, and we'll get a second one. So we need another bucket of water really quick. All right. And then we need another pig. Let's do this. They don't seem as mobile when you change them into resource hogs as the other pigs. I don't know if that's a real thing or. All right. So this no longer has the range. So I think what I need to do is move it over. I think I need to put it here. That's better. Which means we can leave the weird gadget there. And so let's grab that and that. Always active. So we're just going to need to move this over. To there. Put an energy interface on it. Grab this energy interface. And then, oh, we may have to do that for now. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. Put our packager on top. Energy interface. Channel 1. Then we grab this one. Move that over. Move that over. Wow, this seems like a bunch of work. Filing cabinet. Storage cable. There we go. Storage cable. And now I'm stuck. Storage cable. Okay, we're just gonna adjust that so that we can fix the next thing. There we go. Now it's all fixable. Oh, right. So now we need to make another file, storage, what's a folder? We're gonna have to make another folder, I guess. So recipe for the folder is like so. That gives us 8. So if that's 8, where are the others? This needs to go there. And that and automatic. Okay, so that should pull out. For that, we need to combine a folder for the iron amber, and then open. Pop that in the file cabinet, close it. So I think the next step here is this needs to be an ender chest. So we can make ender chests pretty easily at this point. There. Chest. Chuck that in there. Alright, that gives us 4 ender chests. So we need a color representing ore. How about purple? I never use purple. Can I make purple? Purple dye. Rose red and lapis. Do we have red? Red. Rose. You know, I should be able to get rose red. I just need... Oh, let's see if we can get a rose bush. Or... what's it called? Seeds... How much are the flowers? 1 emerald. That is not worth it. We want beet seeds. Gold ingot. That's kind of worth it, I guess. That we get some bone meal. Now, one of the reasons that I wanted the rose bush is the rose bush, very conveniently, handy. It gives you infinite red dye with much less effort. 3. Alright, so that's that. Everything is there. Let's pull this apart into die. Let's put that in the system. Let's pull that apart into die. We just need one more, actually. Let's chug that in the system. That. Let's actually just do this. So that should give us. Oh, we only needed 3 because lapis. Lapis. Alright, so that gives us the 6 purple dye that we want. I miss my pig on the treadmill. It's the little things, right? Alright, so the cool thing about these is not only are they blast resistant, which is not a terrible thing, because the colors match and all, they are considered to be the same inventory. So anything in one is in all of them. So if I were to, for example, set up another ender chest with another one of these ender hoppers on it, and I cannot remember what an ender hopper requires. Ender hopper. Is that... not carrying any more hoppers on me. Let's see how we're doing as far as iron. Hopper. And ender hopper. Let's get rid of that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. All of the things. Alright. So, ender hopper. So if we for example, oh man, how much stone do we have? 31. And then some nether quartz. So that gives us 24, and then we can do this. So let's go a little bit out. One, two, three, four, five, 6. So there, and there. So if this one extends here, you can see it cuts off there. So what we're probably going to want to do is so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th square. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's here in this line, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares. Yeah, that's perfect. So we put this on top, and then if we put the truffle that we picked up in here, they should now be over here. And then these areas should overlap. Perfect. So let's turn this off and this off. And now we can expand safely. I do like that effect where you open all of them simultaneously. And that means that we have 7 iron amber there, as well as the 3 iron in here. Yep, this is going to take a little bit of forever. So, next step on this quest. So we don't really need to worry about continuing the power generator now. I'm gonna leave that to be an ongoing thing, and we are going to gradually increase the size of this battery until it is stupid big. And that is the official term, stupid big. So I seem to recall that there's no channels. Controller. Let's confirm that. I think we just effectively did. So age of storage. Doesn't look like there are any controllers. Yeah, do not need a controller. So that actually makes this a little bit easier. So we have the power, the inscriber. We're going to need so the pistons I'm carrying are actually for more inscribers, I believe. Unless we have them in the... Okay, so yeah, we're using these to make more inscribers, so they can go away for just this moment. These can also go away for just a moment, as can that. This needs to go into here. Oh, I had some folders. Okay, so let's toss those in there. So we need to start making some additional processors. So gold, diamonds, okay, so that gives us 64 diamonds. We're going to need some nether quartz, 1 stack, because I don't believe that there's any Certus quartz in this, and then we're going to need gold. So we have 1 here, and then we have 50 here. So that's enough to get us started. So let's go ahead and start with the gold, and I believe the gold is logic. Let's find out. Logic processor. Okay, yep, gold is logic. So we're gonna let these kind of roll through. we're going to need some more silicon. So I think it's this one that we were making. How much silicon do we have? Sand. Is it sand in the crushing factory? Yes, perfect. So we'll do that. So power's going down, but not very much. Well, I mean, it's actually dropping pretty rapidly, but we have nearly 16 million of it. I think we should be okay. So we're actually going to be using quite a lot of these. We also need to look in on redstone. So we're going to need 3 stacks of redstone. Which, if I had been paying attention, we already had the blocks in the system. We're going to need a little bit of gold as well, so gold. Hold on. Sorry, allergies are a thing. So, oh, we were making iron because we were making iron the easy way. Smelting factory, because this doubles and it's faster. So now we're hitting our power pretty hard, actually. So according to the quest, we need a logic processor. We also need an energy cell. The energy cells are actually really cool. I mean, they're not super cool, but they work. So we need pure nether quartz crystals, which means we need a growth chamber. Do we have a growth chamber? So let's see how this goes. Growth chamber. How about Fluix? Okay, so we have 49 Fluix crystals. How about a growth accelerator? I just don't want to like have made one and then make another one, because that seems less than useful. Because I feel like I've made one. Although I could be mixing up the series, in which case maybe I didn't make one. Alright, well, sure. Quartz glass is going to require 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And like so. just need some iron. Alright, so that's that. We got Flux. Okay, so we have these. And then we're going to use these to craft another hopper. So that should give us the growth chamber. Which is now powered up. So now we're going to need some more nether quartz. We'll take a stack. We need some sand. We'll take 1 stack. Then we're going to grind up one of the things of nether quartz. Crushing factory. Let's chuck that in there. Oops. Crushing factory. So now that gives us nether quartz seeds. Because I actually have nether quartz in the system. I need that. Crushed nether quartz. Chuck that in there, and we wait, and there we go. We'll just wait for that to grow up. So that's that. I've totally got to change the color of those. 64. Smelts that back into gold. Let's see, I need 13, so 10 more. Six, 9, 12, 13. Let's go there. All right. So this, we have a full stack there. We've got a full stack for redstone. And then the, what are these, engineering? Engineering. So pop that out, put this back in the system, and then we're just going to let that finish, grab that. We're going to take these, and that, and now we should end up with a stack of logic processors. Grab the first one, that completes the quest. Our pure nether quartz stuff should be done, so let's look into a power cell. Energy cell? Energy cell is what it's called. So we need some Fluix dust. So we're going to put 10 in. All right. So energy cell, it gives us the basic energy cell. Now the reason that this energy cell is kind of important, it's basically a backup power supply for the computer. We can pretty much slap that on anywhere and it will gradually fill. So, and it's not just if you run out of power, like your generators quit or something like that, although it'll do that too. It's also a matter of it requires a certain amount of power to maintain processes, and while your energy acceptor can accept basically unlimited power, it has to have that power, and it only holds a certain amount. So if your system doesn't hold enough power, it shuts down until it gets the power, and then it turns on, and then it shuts off, and turns on, and shuts off. It's a big mess. So the energy cells help with that. Now, I would actually prefer to go up to the dense energy cells, but it requires 8 of the energy cells, and we're not quite there yet. And your power conversion is actually, the storage factor is better, not just the space factor. In some mod packs you can make the creative ones. I was just checking to see if there was a recipe, but there is not. So we will move on. But we have power. Our system is slowly getting back up there again. We need to make a how's this doing? Yeah. So our next bit is, at least for me, I like to make a screen, just so I can craft and start to get stuff done. I think the quest actually requires that too, but we're also going to need a drive bay. So what the drive bay does is it's basically, a tower set up like for your computer at home that you put disk drives in, and we can put disk drives in it. So the storage cells, and for this aspect I actually prefer refined storage's method for doing it. Technically, applied energistics cells hold more because they hold 1,000 each of 63 items. And you can monkey it around a little bit. I mean, if you have one item, I think it holds like 8,000. Because it's actually about how much data it uses, not necessarily what the items are. But if you want to store the most items, then what you'll do is you'll have 1,000 each of 63. And there are a lot of storage cells. So this is the 1K, the 4K, the 16K, the 64K. And this is the biggest in applied energistics. And then you go to the fluid. Now, if you go into extra cells, then they go up again. So, for example, this is the next bit up for the storage cells. So it goes from 64K here to 256 to 1024 to basically this is 4 megs, 16 megs. And then you go to gases as well as, you know, the liquids. And if you are being really crazy, you can store locations. So enjoy that. But something like, for example, this 16 meg storage cell here, offhand, I think it requires 10,000 in this pack. It would be nether quartz, give or take. Plus you're using a lot of the logic processors, the gold processors. Those are actually the most commonly used. So, I mean, if you're gonna really get into if you're really gonna get into making applied energistic system, then that's really what you're gonna end up doing. So 64 silicon. So let's boom, boom, and that, and we'll get those rolling out. I think we actually need more silicon before we do the next one. And you're always going to make 3 times as many silicon as you're going to make anything else because they're required for all of them. Now, they're a lot cheaper to make than the others, but I mean, if you're making 3 times as many, then, you know, what can you do, right? How do we want to automate this? Because that's really the next step, is automating the AE2. There's a couple of different ways to do it. Now let's check how our iron production is doing. It's not bad. What I might have to do is just let the iron go. So I may also need to set up gold, diamond, and perhaps nether quartz truffles, so that we can automate all of the things a little bit easier. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here for today, and I'm probably just going to leave the world running to get some of our resources built up. Now, as far as I'm aware, I do not think that there is a top cap to this filing cabinet except for the actual numerical cap that Minecraft has, which is a number best described using scientific notation. So, I mean, technically, it would have been better to use filing cabinets. But I kind of like this setup. I do. I find that this is aesthetically pleasing, trees and then wood, and then all the technical things over here. So what I may in fact end up doing is Applied Energistics has basically a storage bus. And I may simply make a lot of storage buses. Let's see if I have any storage bus. No. Yeah, they're not terribly difficult to make, but I need to be making a lot more logic processors. So, yeah, my next thing is going to be setting up automation for that. And I'm probably going to think about that over the next day or so and figure out exactly how I want to set it up. But yeah, so that's that. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. You know, had a couple guests, some chatting, etc. I will catch everybody later. You folks have a great night.